Welcome to Table for One. I'm the narrator, and today I'm going to be talking about Terraforming Mars. This is video number 6 in a series where there are 9 total, where I am showcasing some corporations that I made for Terraforming Mars based off of sci-fi franchises that I like. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Fischer Morrow from Inception. Let's get rolling. Alright, so I'm ready to tell you a bit about Fischer Morrow from Inception and how I've adapted it to Terraforming Mars. Before I get into it, I just want to remind you that you can find this corporation along with the rest of this pack, along with a bunch of other stuff I've made for Terraforming Mars and for other games on my website. That's tablefor1.games. All spelled out, tablefor1.games, and go to free content and you can download this stuff and play it. So let's get into this one. I had to do something from Christopher Nolan. I in my opinion, and I hesitate to praise anyone in the public spotlight because you don't know what they're going to do later. But at least right now in 2023, and Oppenheimer was just released and I haven't seen it yet. I'm dying to see it. I'm a huge fan of Christopher Nolan's work, and I think he's probably one of the best storytellers of any kind living today. So I needed to take something he'd done and incorporate it into Terraforming Mars, and so I went ahead and skipped over Interstellar and went to Inception because I did. So the background of this corporation, the background image is but a maze that, mazes were important in Inception. And I think this was the movie where Christopher Nolan debuted his own production company, which I think he owns with his wife and maybe other co-producers. I don't know, but Syncope, which uses the maze motif in its logo as well. And Fischer Morrow, was there's a lot going on in Inception, and I'm not going to explain it all here, but a lot of it, a lot of the pieces act as MacGuffins for the characters to have something to do to achieve their own ends. But so there's not a lot of emphasis placed on Fischer Morrow, and you may not remember it, but it's the company that Cillian Murphy is going to inherit from his dying father. And so the plot of Inception revolves around the team incepting Cillian Murphy with the idea to break up his company and his father's company, which is Fischer Morrow. His character's name is Fischer. His last name is Fischer. I don't even know what his first name is, but his last name is Fischer. And so the logo for this company is never seen in the film, but I've got a multicolored pinwheel, which I thought was nice thematically, for 2 reasons. One, the obvious use of the pinwheel within the movie itself to represent the relationship between Fischer and his father, but also because the little bit that we know about Fischer Morrow is that, and the reason it needs to be broken up is that it's an energy conglomerate that has close to a monopoly on an unspecified source of energy that the world relies on, and they're described as becoming a global superpower because of this monopoly. So they've got all this energy, and so I don't think it's necessarily wind, but a pinwheel and the idea of a windmill and power generation kind of went together in my head as well. So this corporation has a power tag, which I think is appropriate. And they start with 44 mega credits and 1 power or 1 energy production. which is not crazy, but it's not small. And the flavor text says, "You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling," which is a awesome line from the movie that doesn't have anything to do with Fischer Morrow, but captures the ethos of the film itself. And so I wanted to get the spirit of that into this corporation. And so hopefully I've accomplished that through the action. So you have a corporate action available, really 2 corporate actions available, and you get to choose once per generation what you're going to do. You can either raise your energy production 1 step by paying 6 mega credits, which is close to it's more than a 50% discount from the standard action, from the standard project to increase your energy production, which is a steep discount. But again, the idea is that the Fischer Morrow's got a monopoly on this, and so they've got the ability to generate energy that others don't have. So your other corporate action that's available is you may decrease your energy production 1 step to gain 1 mega credit per power tag you have in play. So I wanted to encourage players using Fischer Morrow to get lots of power tags, and then you can increase your energy production cheaply and easily at any time, or decrease it once to gain a bunch of mega credits. So I thought that was a nice representative way of incorporating the idea of energy generating money, really, or at least power and influence and wealth. So you can use your energy to get rich. And if you've got at least 6 power tags in play, and don't forget that the corporation gives you 1 at the outset, you can it can fund your action the next round to get that energy production right back. And if you've got more than 6 power tags in play, then you're going to be you can keep increasing your energy production at a net profit, because every time you decrease it again, you make more than it costs to increase it. So I thought that captured the idea of the Fischer Morrow company pretty well, that they've got some sort of monopoly on energy and they're a global superpower. I think this was a good way to incorporate into Terraforming Mars without, I don't think, breaking the game. So that's what I've got for Fischer Morrow. So as usual, I'm going to now set up a solo game of Terraforming Mars using this corporation, and I will post that video the same time as this one, so it should be available now. Otherwise, if you made it this far, I would appreciate it if you would leave a like or subscribe. That would be awesome. And I would definitely love to hear your thoughts on this corporation. So leave a comment as well. And I'll be sure to read it for sure and respond to it. And I'd love to have a dialogue about it. So that's what I've got for this week. And this is the 6th out of the 9 corporations in this pack. So come back 2 more weeks and I will show you the 7th. And see you then.